if I write say 1, 2, 3, 4 and dot dot dot. So what is the sequence you see out here? That each number is increasing by 1. Okay, if I write it as say 2, 4, 6, 8 dot dot dot, each number is increasing by 2. So when these numbers in this order, when they keep on increasing by certain amount, equal amounts, then they are called to be in arithmetic progression. Like say if it is -10, -5, then 0, 5, 10, then again this is also in arithmetic progression. Okay, so these ones are called as a sequence. But the same numbers, look, when the same numbers are represented with a sign in between them, meaning they are increasing by the same order, and when they are represented by a sign between them, then they are called as series. Okay, so that's the difference in the sequence and series. In sequence they write the numbers one after the other, and in series they will be writing these numbers with a sign in between. Okay, so that is about the sequence and series. Okay, now about the arithmetic progression. Now let's say for example we've got a number say 7, and then 14, then 21 and so on. So you can see all these numbers are increasing by a difference of what? 7. Okay, so because they are all increasing by the same amount, that's why they say that they are in AP. So whenever we are doing any problem in this chapter, first we have to figure out whether these numbers which are given, are they in AP or no. How to find whether they are in AP or no? They should keep increasing by the same amount, then only we say that they are in AP. Now in this series, okay, A is called as the first term. Okay, A is also called as T1, which is first term, which is equal to 7 out here. Okay, I'll do one thing. I just write first what it means. It means is the first term, which is equal to 7 out here. Then there is something called as D. What do you mean by D now? D means the common difference, meaning the difference between each of them, two consecutive numbers should be equal to what? Same difference. So out here, what is the common difference between them? It will be T2 minus T1, which is how much? 14 minus 7 is equal to 7. You can also see the common difference between T3 minus T2. So then that is what? 21 minus 14 is equal to 7. Then T4 minus T3 and so on. 28 minus 21 is equal to what? 7. So if you keep finding, it will be always the difference will always be what? 7 only. Now this called is first term, second term, third term, fourth term. What will be the fifth term? Guess. Yeah, so 28 plus 7, 35. What will be the sixth term? 35 plus 7, so we got 42. Now what if I ask you to find out, say I want 101st term, then how do you find out? What is one of the options? You keep on doing plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, how many times? Keep on doing it so that you get the 101st term. Or there is a formula also for it. Now see, what is the formula to find T of 101st term? So the formula is that when you want to find any term, nth term, the formula for it is A plus n minus 1 into D. So how much is A? 7. N is how much? 101 minus 1. What's the common difference? 7. So it will be 7 plus 700. So answer will be what? 707. Okay. Now it may so happen that the last term out here is called as 707. Is the 707. So that is represent, the last term is written as L. Okay, 707. And you can also make a formula A plus n minus 1 into D. Both the formulas are the same only. Only what's the difference here? L means the last term. So this formula is also useful in sometimes in finding the number of terms. So if I ask you, okay, how many terms are there if the last number is 707? Then what you can do, put L as 707, put rest of the values of A and D, and then find out N. Like if I say the last number was 770, then you can use this formula to find which term is the 770. So when we'll do some more problems based on this concept, it will be clear to you. So first you can see the formula number 1 is nth term, and here L means what? The last term. Okay. So these are the formulas we are going to use. So there are a few problems which are based on this problem on this formula. Okay. So we'll do this kind of problems now. Okay. So I'm starting straight from example number 3 because 1 and 2 are very easy. So we'll start with the example number 3. Now here they're asking us find the 20th term of the sequence. Now notice out here they have just told us that it's a sequence, but we don't know if this sequence is in AP or no. Correct? So now what we'll do, first we'll find out the common difference. This is a one-star problem. Now what's the common difference here? So in common difference, out here we'll first find 9 minus 5 is equal to, we'll have to do 5 minus 9 is equal to minus 4. 1 minus 5 is equal to minus 4. Minus 3 minus 1 is equal to minus 4. Then we'll write that since common difference is same. Since common difference is same, the given sequence is in series. Okay. So since the common difference is same, the given sequence is in series. We'll write not even in series, we can just write is in AP. So remember, whenever it is not given that they are in AP, you will have to first prove they are in AP. You cannot just start using considering that they are in AP and start solving. Now looking at this problem, okay, figure out what is A equal to 9. What is the common difference is equal to 5 minus 9 is equal to minus 4. Which term are they asking you to find? 20th term. So n is equal to 20. Now what will be the formula for 20th term? First I'll write the formula for nth term. A plus n minus 1 into d. What will be the 20th term now? So a plus 20 minus 1 into minus 4. 9 plus 19 into minus 4. 9 minus 76 minus 67 will be the answer. Okay. So this kind of problems they ask for 3 marks in exams usually. Now problem number 4. This is a 2-star problem. Now find AP whose second term is 12. So what are we given? T2 is equal to 12. But what will be T2 equal to? A plus n minus 1 into d. So 12 is equal to A plus d. It's equation number 1. And 7th term exceeds the 4th term. So 7th term exceeds the 4th term by 15. Now start substituting. What is 7th term? A plus n minus 1 into d minus, make a square bracket, a plus n minus 1. So 4 minus 1 into d is equal to 15. So a plus 6d minus a plus 3d is equal to 15. A plus 6d minus a minus 3d is equal to 15. So a minus a cancel. 6d minus 3d is what? 3d is equal to 15. So your d is equal to what? 5. Now we know d is equal to 5, but we need to find out a also. So on solving, a is equal to 7. You can just substitute in equation number 1. So you'll get this answer by substituting in equation number 1. So what is our required AP now? What's the first term? 7. What will be the next term? 7 plus 5, 12, plus 5, 17, plus 5, 22, and so on. So that's your AP. Now next problem, example number 5. Now in example number 5, you have to find AP if T6 is 5. Now what is the formula for T6? T6 is equal to 5 is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So it means 5 is equal to A plus 5D, equation number 1. T10, what is T10 is equal to 9 is equal to A plus 10 minus 1 into D. So it means 9 is equal to A plus 9D. It's your equation number 2. Now you need to solve them simultaneously so that you will get the you'll get the values of A and D. So now if you solve them, what is the equation number 1 now? So basically A plus 5D is equal to 5, A plus 9D is equal to 9. So what we can do is we are going to change the signs. So A minus A cancel, 5 minus 9 is what? Minus 4D minus 4. D is equal to 1. Now if D is equal to 1, what will be A equal to? Again substitute, you will get the A will be equal to, so D is equal to 1 here, correct? So 9 into 1 is 9, 9 minus 9 is 0, so A is equal to 0. So what will be your AP? 0, 1, 2, 3 and then dot dot dot. Now next problem, number 6. In this problem number 6 again, which term of AP is 8.7? So look at this now. We know that our A is equal to 4.2. Your common difference is 4.7 minus 4.2 is equal to 0.5. You have to find which term. So L is equal to 8.7 and N is equal to question mark. Why I am writing L? Because I know that in this series the last term is what? 8.7 and they are asking us which term is 8.7. So use the formula again, same formula, L equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. 8.7 is equal to 4.2 plus N minus 1 into D. What is 8.7 minus 4.2? 4.5 is equal to N minus 1 into 0.5. What is 4.5 upon 0.5? 9 is equal to N minus 1. N is equal to 10. Okay. Now next problem, number 7. The seventh one is a little googly problem. Now they are asking us find the 12th term, but from the end. Look. So you don't have to find 12th term from here. They are asking you to write 12th term from this side. So that's the catch in the problem. Now we have to find 12th term from the end. So what we'll do first, you can see first it is increasing by what? 5 every time, the common difference is. So we'll just write the AP. This is the given AP. Now we will do what? We will write reverse AP. Reverse AP means what? Just change the order. Okay, we'll write in right to left. So it will be 158 first term. Then since it was increasing by 5, here it should decrease by 5. So 153, then 148, so on till 13. So now how to solve this? So look, what will be your A equal to 158? What is your common difference? 153 minus 158 is equal to minus 5. So you know A, you know D also now. What is your last term? 13, and you have to find out N. So it's quite simple now. What's the formula of last term? A plus N minus 1 into D. L is equal to A plus N minus 1, and what is D? Minus 5. So now 13 minus 158 is equal to minus 5 in bracket N minus 1. What is 13 minus 158? So we'll get minus 58 minus 13, so it will be 45 is equal to minus 5 into N minus 1. minus 5. Cancel minus and minus. What is 145.5? 29 is equal to n minus 1. So n is equal to 30. So we are asking this now n is equal to 30, but you are asked to find what? 12th term. Oh, sorry. Then we don't need to do all this here. We don't have to find the total number of terms. I thought they were asked in the question, but they didn't ask us n equal to 30. We can directly find out the 12th term. Okay. So how will you find out 12th term directly? I'll repeat once again. This was not asked. I thought they have asked the number of terms, but they are not asked in the question. Or you can solve for both of them. Find the number of terms also and find the 12th term also. So 12th term is equal to what? A plus 12 minus 1 into D. So A is 158 plus 11 and D is minus 5. So 158 minus 15, 5 equal to 103. So that's the answer. Okay, now next problem, problem number 8. Okay, now in the example number 8, in the question it's given that 8 times the 8th term is equal to 15 times the 15th term. Okay, I just written the condition of the question. We are saying 8 times the 8th term is equal to 15 times the 15th term, and you are asked to find the 23rd term. So what will be the 23rd term is what you have to find out. So once again, now what will be the 8th term equal to? Now 8 times 8th term, meaning 8 into, what is 8th term? So it will be A plus 8 minus 1 into D is equal to 15 times 15 plus 15 minus 1 into D, sorry, A plus. Now 8 in brackets A plus 7D is equal to 15 in brackets A plus 14D. Now open the brackets. What will you get? 18 plus 7 is a 56D is equal to 15A plus 196 210D. Now take 80 on this side, you'll get 7A. And then what will be 56 minus 210? Minus 154D. Now if you divide all of them, you can divide here both by what? 7. So minus 22D is equal to A. So basically A is equal to what? Minus 22D. That's our equation number 1. Now what would be the second equation? So what we do out here, so you don't need to find second equation, you are only asked to find out 23rd term. So now what is the 23rd term equal to? So it will be equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. A plus 22D. What is A equal to? Minus 22D plus 22D is equal to 0. Okay, so that's how you get the 23rd term. So we'll mark this also 2 star or 3 star, this problem. Example number 9 is also 2 star problem. They are asking us find the number of terms. Okay, sorry, find the number of all the natural numbers between 20 to 80, between 20 to 80, which are divisible by 3. Divisible by 3. So listen to the question once again. Find the number of terms. Okay, find the number of natural numbers which are between 20 to 80, but they should also be divisible by 3. So let's form the AP first, the beginning of an AP. It will be 21st one. 21 will be the first number plus 3 because it should be divisible by 3. So 24, then 27 and so on. What could be the last number? Think. It will be 78. Correct? So this is our AP now. Okay, so this is your AP. Now what you are asked to find? Number of terms. How many terms are there here? So simple now. A is equal to 21, L is equal to 78, and common difference is equal to 3. Therefore, L equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. L is 78, A is 21, n minus 1, D is how much? 3. So you'll get 57 is equal to 3 into n minus 1. So 19 is equal to n minus 1. N is equal to 20. That's your answer. Okay. Now next problem is the example number 10. Now in example number 10, it's a similar kind of a problem but a little more difficult. Now they are asking again how many numbers divisible by 7. How many numbers divisible by 7 are between 200 and 500. So the numbers which should lie between 200 and 500, and they should also be what? Divisible by 7. So what is the first number which will be divisible by 7 after 200? So if you will divide by 200, look, what is one of the method if you can do mentally? If you can't do, then use this logic. What is 200 upon 7? 7 2s are 14. Correct? 60 is the remainder. 7 8s are 56. So it will be 28 4 upon 7. So the first number which will be divisible will be 29, right? It will be 29th number. So what is 29th into 7? It will be 140 and 203. Okay. I think it's better you do it mentally only. This also gets complicated only. So 201 is not divisible by 202. No, 203 is the last. What is the last number divisible by 7 just before 500? So 490 is the one of the number, right? And then 497. So 497 is the last number out here. This will be 210, then 217, and so on. So now it's quite simple again. Tell me what is A equal to in this sum? A equal to how much? B equal to how much? L equal to how much? N equal to question mark. Okay guys, so example number 11 is again similar types. I already solved for you all. You all can just pause the video, read the question, and then start solving on your own. Okay, if you are not getting, only then you look at the solution. But if you understood the first 10 problems, you'll understand this one also well. Okay, so that is example number 11. Next sum is the example number 12. Again, it's a similar kind of problem only. You are asked to find the sum and the AP is given to you, and the number of terms here are what? 20. Again, you have to just use the, now here we are using the formula for finding the sum. How do you find the sum of all these numbers out here? We have to, to find the sum of all these numbers, the formula is S is equal to N upon 2 in brackets A plus L. So if you remember, A is what the first term, L is the last term. So we are not doing the derivation of the formula now. Maybe later on when we meet in the classes, we'll do at that time. And if you want to substitute the value of L, what is L equal to? A plus N minus 1 into D. And then you simplify, you will get this formula. S equal to N upon 2 in brackets 2A plus N minus 1 into D. So these are the two formulas that we are going to use to find this sum. Basically, if you are given the last term, we'll use this formula. If you're not given the last term, we are going to use this formula. Okay. So once you know the formula, it's very simple. You have to just put the value. What is A equal to? 5. What is N equal to? 20. What is D equal to? 8 minus 5, 3. Put all the data here and you'll get the answer. Same with the example number 13 also. Again, your A is equal to 8, D is minus 4, and N is 10. Substitute in the formula, you will get it. Okay, you can pause this video and you can solve these sums on your own and then keep checking your answer. Or if you're finding it difficult, then go through the video. Okay, example number 14, again same type. So you are given T4 and T6, from that we find A and D. Once you get A, D and N, and then you just find out the sum of the numbers. Okay, even the next problem, number 15 also is a similar type only. Okay, I'll show you problem number 15. I'll solve this one. So again look at the series, the AP, the arithmetic progression, and tell me how much is A from here. So your A is equal to 10. Your last term is 195. So they are asking us to find the number of terms and the sum of all terms. So first we'll use the formula of L. What is L equal to? A plus n minus 1 into D. So L is equal to how much now? 195. A is how much? 10. N minus 1. And what is D equal to? 5. Okay, I had not written D out, I'll just write 15 minus 10, so that is what? 5. Now 195 minus 10, 185 is equal to n minus 1 into 5. 537 is equal to n minus 1. So n is equal to 38. So that's the number of observation. Now you have to find the sum of observation. So S is equal to n upon 2 in brackets A plus L. I can use this formula this time. What is n? 38 upon 2. A is how much? 10. L is how much? Given to us 195. Now 38 upon 2 is 19 and 195 plus 10 is 205. So 19 5s are 95, 19 2s are 38. 3895 is the answer. Okay. Now next problem, number 16th problem guys is not in your portion, so you don't have to do 16th one. We'll be doing now problem number 17. So problem number 17 is a little tough problem. It's a 3-star problem. Now see, in the 17th problem, they are asking us how many number of terms should be taken so that the sum of this given AP is 252. And the AP you given is what, what's the AP given to us? 43, then 39, then 35, and so on. Now look at this AP and tell me what is A equal to. So what will be A equal to? 43. What will be D equal to? 39 minus 43 is equal to minus 4. So now you are given the sum, we'll use the formula of sum. What is S is equal to? N upon 2 in brackets 2A plus N minus 1 into D. So the sum is 252, N we don't know, upon 2, 2A plus N minus 1, and what is D? Minus 4. So 252 into 2 becomes 504 is equal to N. 86 plus minus 4 in brackets N minus 1. Again you'll get what? 504 is equal to N. 86. What will be plus into minus here? Minus, right? So minus 4 in brackets N minus 1. Now open the brackets. 504 is equal to N. 86 minus 4N, minus into minus, plus 4. So 504 is equal to N. 90 minus 4N. 504 is equal to 90N minus 4N squared. So 4N squared minus 90N plus 504 is equal to 0. Now if you want, you can divide this equation by 2 and it will get simpler. So it will be 2n squared minus 45n plus 252 is equal to 0. Then the factors of this will be what? 21 into 12. 21 into 12 will be 420, and then so once again, what will be the product? 252 into 2 is what? 504. So 504 will be 12 into, okay, 1 into 504, then 2 into 252, 4 into 126, 8 into 63. So now you can divide by what? 3. 8 3s are 24 and 21. So your factors are what? 24 and 21. So 2n squared minus 24n minus 21n plus 252 equal to 0. Okay, you will have to solve it on your own. I am writing the answers directly now. N minus 12 and 2n minus 21 is equal to 0. So therefore n is equal to 12 or n is equal to 21 upon 2. So this one is not possible, right? Because number of terms cannot be in decimal. So this is your only answer. N is equal to 12. Okay, then is next problem now, number 18. So 18th problem now, again it's a 3-star problem. They are asking us how many terms of the AP must be taken so that the sum is equal to 300. Now why is it a 3-star? Because the AP which is given to you is just that it is not in the, I mean it's given in the fraction 19 1 upon 3 plus 18 2 upon 3 plus dot dot dot. Okay, so look at these numbers now. What is your A equal to out here? 20. What is D equal to? 19 1/3 minus 20. It will be minus 2/3. Basically if you remove 2/3 from 20, you will get 19 1/3. Okay, so you have A, here we have D, and you have S also. So use the formula of sum. Sum is equal to n upon 2 in brackets 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So what is the sum now? 300. N we don't know, upon 2a plus n minus 1. What is d? Minus 2 upon 3. So what do we get out here again? We will get here 600 is equal to n in brackets 40 minus 2/3 in brackets n minus 1. So 600 is equal to n. What's the LCM? 120 minus 2n plus 2 upon 3. So that's 1200 is equal to n in brackets 122 minus 2n. Now we can open the brackets. So 1200 is equal to 122n minus 2n squared. So 2n squared minus 122n plus 1200 is equal to 0. N squared minus 61n plus 600 is equal to 0. Now again out here, what are the factors of 61? So 25 into 36. 25 into 36, can it give us 61? Yes, but it will not give us 600. Okay, here there was a mistake. 600 into 3 is what? 1800. So this is 1800, so this will become 900. Now the factors are 25 into 36, but then still yeah, now it will give. So we'll like n squared minus 25n minus 36n plus 900 is equal to 0. So now in this time, if you see, you've got two answers. You'll get n equal to 25 also n equal to 36, and both are possible. So there are two possible series or arithmetic progression wherein your total can come to what? 300. Okay. Now another type of problem, the last type of problem rather, is how will you find out? Okay, look, this is example number 19. Now look, you need to know, wait, I'll show you something. Okay, now whenever you have to assume, we are doing right now the problems where you have to find out the AP when you are given the sum of the APs or the product of APs. Now see, if they tell you to assume the first three terms in AP, look, this is very, very important. If they ask you to assume the first three terms of, you can take a screenshot of this page if you want, because I've written all the formulas of the chapter out here. So if they tell you to assume first three terms in AP, remember you should do A minus D, A and A plus B. So your first term is A minus D, second term is A, and third term is A plus D. Why we chose this order? Why we chose these numbers? Because you notice if you add up all of them, your D gets eliminated. So you'll be having, what will be the total of all these terms? Only 3A. Same way if they say 4 terms, A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D. Keep increasing every number by 2D, and you'll keep going to the next term. Here also you will see, if you keep increasing every term by 2D, you'll keep getting the next term. Okay, so by mistake I changed the order. 3 terms, 4 terms, 6 terms and 5 terms. So remember, whenever you have to assume 3 terms in AP, 4 terms in AP, 5 terms in AP or 6 terms in AP, you'll have to consider these numbers only. Okay. So if you want, take a screenshot or pause the video, copy down all these terms and then start with the problem which I'm explaining further. Okay. So now the next one